Now, so you see things that amp Chandler up. Do you see things that do calm him down, since we're talking about that?
Yeah, sure. I mean, there's ways to kind of go in both directions. So, like, right now, like, the things, and it's probably true for all kids, too, like, anytime I'm letting this dude do, like, screen time, it's so hard to draw him away from that and immediately go to a calm activity. It's so jarring to switch from one to the other. So, like, for me particularly, like, if we're doing any screens, like, bedtime is, you know, depending on if it's school or not, 8, 9, 10, whatever, at 7 o'clock, regardless, we're doing no more screens after that point, unless he and I are going to watch, like, a show that we watch together, and I'm picking the show. So it's like, okay, it's going to be something enjoyable, fun, probably a cartoon, but it's not something that's like, we were talking about this earlier, Billy, it's not like a YouTube video where it's just like crazy, like dopamine hit after dopamine hit, just like erratic energy in video format. It's not that. So those things are the worst. But for him, like, he does really well recently with, like, I'll have him just like, hey, go do some quiet playtime in your room, and I'll, like, you know, tell him, like, you bring the puppy in there if you want to play with her, or you play with your Legos, read your books, and he's been loving that.
That's
so, like,
calming.
he's got these comic books right now. They're called Dog Man. It's Captain Underpants was like the original comic from this author, and so he loves them. He'll just sit in his room, and sometimes he'll stay up past bedtime. I'm like, hey, it's time for lights out, and he's like, can I keep reading? I'm like, yeah, of course.
Bro,
Man, you can keep reading.
If he's
like,
enjoying reading, you
yeah, how do I be mad at that, dude? Like,
Yeah.
I want to encourage that as much as I can, up until the point of, like, all right, it's 1 a.m., like, get some sleep, dude. But, like,
put the book down.
Yeah,
Time for bed.
But no,
sure.
he does good with that, and it's like, you know, the thing that I find is most effective for him is, like, I got to give him some notice within reason. So I'm not going to say, like, okay, stop that right now. You're going to do this right now. Like, I wouldn't like that
like a
either.
countdown?
Yeah,
Like
I will literally run timers with him sometimes. like 5 minutes.
We do the
hey,
timers
man,
too.
Yeah, I'll have him set it so he knows I'm not lying. Like,
you go.
hey man, set a 5-minute timer, and when that's up, we're going to switch from this activity to that activity.
No, the kids respond really well to the timer.
And honestly, if people could give me that in my regular life too, I'd probably respond well too. It's very cut and dry. There's no subjectivity.
But that's kind of how I'm parenting. Things that I realize I could have used or would benefit me.
There you go.
I'm trying to implement with my kids.
Man. Trying to give all the things you wish you would have had, right?
Yep.